Hi, welcome back to another board game review. Today's game that we have on the table is Rampaging Jotunn. It's made by Lost Cog. It's made for 2 players, ages 8 and up, and it's about 30 minutes.
Rampaging Jotunn is an adventure game where you play against each other, you place your tiles on the board, you're trying to escape this Jotunn, you place your little villages, which you're trying to keep safe, and you have your army keeping your villages safe. The whole point of the game is to keep all your villages. If you lose all your villages when the Jotunn lands on them, then you lose the game. And let's just go ahead and check out the game.
In order to set up the game, first you have to place the Jotunn tile in the center, and then you go ahead and you shuffle all 12 tiles, and out of those, you randomly choose 6, 3 for each player. From there, each player randomly chooses 3, and the setup goes on from there. So the first person will place, the other player will place, and so on. So from then, you go ahead and you place your villages, but the only rule is that it goes turn-based. So the first person will place, and you can't place on a volcano, and you have to have 2 open adjacent tiles in between each village. From there, you go ahead and you place your armies to protect those villages and adjacent tiles as well. After that, you go ahead and you place the Jotunn. You choose the first player, and then they go ahead and the game begins.
Okay, after the board is set up, the final thing you need to do is roll the die to see which way the Jotunn is going to be facing on the map. Players have 3 options during their turn. They can either move their army, choose where the Jotunn goes, or if they don't have an army and they need one, they can discard 3 cards to raise an army, and then after they decide what they want to do for their turn, it's the next player's turn. Like I said, before either player takes their turn, you're going to go ahead and roll the die to find out where the Jotunn's going to be. I rolled a 1, so I'm going to go ahead and place him towards the 1. So when you start your turn, you can either move your army, like I said, or you can move the Jotunn. We'll go ahead and move our army 2 movement points, and we can go ahead and move on the terrarian because that is 2 movement points for our army. However, if you don't want to move your army, you can always move the Jotunn. We're going to go ahead and grab this one. This one is turn 1 facing forward, 1 movement point. So we're going to go ahead and turn the Jotunn this way once and forward once this way because he can move 1 time on the terrarian. After your turn is over, you're going to go ahead and replenish your hand to 5 cards. However, if you don't move the Jotunn during your turn, at the end of your turn, the Jotunn will move 1 space forward by himself.
There are multiple ways to battle in this game. The first one is that the Jotunn, upon landing on the army, will instantly knock it out. If he lands on a village that's not fortified, it'll instantly kill it as well. However, if it has a defensive line, which is this token, underneath the village, then the Jotunn will have to roll a 3+. Then also, there's another way to go ahead and attack your opponent. If you attack with your army, then they have to roll a 4+ if it's fortified, and if they just attack the village, then it goes away, and if they attack your army, then it also dies. And when you go ahead and play with your armies, then whoever is attacking has 1+.
And another couple of key pointers that I forgot to add are when the Jotunn lands on the volcano, he automatically goes to the center of the board, and you're going to have to roll again to see which way he's facing. Also, the 3 cards that you use in moving your army, you have to use all 3, and they all have to be flipped over in order for you to get them back and use them again. And the whole point of the game is to keep your villages on the board. If you lose all your villages, you lose the game. So let's get into this review now. So the art I really, really liked about this game. It's all catchy in my opinion, and it's kid friendly too, and it's easy to just...
I really like the artwork. I thought it was really cool. The Jotunn looks really mean. And I like the fact, it was really smart. At first I didn't understand, but he only faces forward, and on the back it's empty because obviously he's only facing one way, so I thought that was really smart as well.
The mechanics were really cool too, like the way the Jotunn moves around the board and you strategize how to wipe out the other player. That's really cool because I find it fun to wipe out the other player.
There was some math involved. It's like, okay, I can move 2 and then forward 2 and I'll be that much closer to the other person, wiping them out.
And the theme was pretty cool too, with the different armies and the different terrains and the way it all looks with the villages and stuff. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that every board is going to be different. No board's going to be the same. The flow was really good too.
Yeah,
I think.
it's a really like not super fast paced, but you can keep the flow going really good to the point where like you're into the game. Like the first time we played, we got so into it, and it was our first time playing, so it was really easy to get into.
And it was really interesting. Also, there's a card in here somewhere that says basically no, that you can't do that, and it's playable anytime. Yeah, it's this one right here.
Order ignored.
Yeah, order ignored. And that one was really interesting because somebody can play something and they think like, oh yeah, I'm going to get the other person. And you're like, nope, good try.
And they don't do it.
Yeah.
But replayability is also a really cool thing because you can change the map every time you play, and it's always going to be different. So that's awesome too.
Especially because, you can play with different people and nobody's going to play the same way.
Yeah.
And we even tried it with teams. We played with teams.
And that was still fun too. I definitely want to play again. But overall, it was a really fun game. I find it kid friendly and like a fun game for adults as well too.
Yeah, it was really fun. I liked it a lot. Thanks for watching another board game review by Unfiltered Gamer.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and check out unfilteredgamer.com where we are giving away this Rampaging Jotunn game. Brand new.
And also, you can go ahead and check out everythingboardgames.com and thegiveawaygeek.com.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all later.
Bye.